Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, the hemp industry in Texas is smoking. We'll be talking to the founder of Tejas Tonic next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, as many of you know, hemp became legal in 2018, and ever since then, the entire hemp industry has been growing like a weed, pun intended. And I'm fascinated by all the entrepreneurs that it's brought out of the woodwork, and one of them is in studio with me right now, Owens. He's the owner and founder of Tejas Tonic. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And you came all the way from Dripping Springs. That's down by Austin?
Yes, sir. We're about 20 miles west of Austin, just out into the Texas Hill Country.
Okay, so I'm fascinated with the entrepreneurial journey. Tell us first about Tejas Tonic. What is it?
So Tejas Tonic is a cannabis-infused beverage. It's non-alcoholic. It's sugar-free. There are no calories, no carbohydrates. There's nothing synthetic. It's just water, lime, and cannabis.
And what is it? Does it get you high?
So let me tell you, we've got this cool little mantra right on the back of our can, and almost everybody asks that question, you know, what is Tejas Tonic? So I'll just read it for you. It says right here, it ain't alcohol, it ain't synthetic, it's tasty and all natural, there won't be a hangover, it hasn't left our site since the plants came out of the ground, and we think it'll chill your ass out plenty. Buy a couple few for your next get-together or self-care session.
And you're about to launch this, like this, it's not in stores yet?
So we're in just a handful of stores right now. Some of our closer network will be turning the business on and launching here at South by Southwest in about a week down in Austin. We're actively in the Dallas market currently, and we are engaging in distribution in the greater Austin market as well.
Okay, what's been the reaction so far for the people who've tried it?
Literally every single person that tries it loves it. I mean, you can drink this thing, you don't get too intoxicated. It's a healthy option, and there's no hangover. Whether, you know, the stores that we give it to, they call back the next day, we sold out. The consumers we give it to, they love it, they want more.
Wow. And I love your branding. You're very active on Instagram. Let's go ahead and scroll down his Instagram page. Let's talk about the artwork, because I love it. It's very catchy.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So the artwork is all being done by an original Austin poster artist by the name of Carrie On. Him and the older guys back in the day were making the posters for the Armadillo World Headquarters and for folks like Willie Nelson. And in today's world, he and I aligned, and he's doing artwork for us custom. He's right in line with cannabis and our greater mission, and that's where we get this wonderful art.
Absolutely. And we should also tell you that Aaron is a thought leader in the hemp industry. You serve on a coalition. Tell us more about that, and we've got a website that we want to pull up.
Yes, sir. So the Texas Hemp Coalition is a nonprofit that was founded a few years back. I'm an executive board member and an original founding board member. The mission of the coalition is basically to represent the industry on a political level. So we do things like go to the Capitol, we meet with members of the House of Representatives, with members of the Senate, and we just talk about the politics and how to shape the industry. So we have a pretty significant influence on the legal side and how the laws are going to be written. And that's what we do there.
I'd love your views on what's happening across the country, because it seems very patchwork. You know, you drive from one state to another, and something that was legal in one state is suddenly illegal in the next state.
Yeah, so medical marijuana, or marijuana in general, whether it's medical or recreational, it's been this thing that we've all been looking at and focused on, and the federal government staying out of it, letting the states kind of figure it out and how to manage that. Well, here comes hemp. What people didn't see coming is that by legalizing hemp, you legalized THC. It was just in a very small amount. So now, federally, we can grow in any state industrial hemp. And if you know how to take those properties out of that hemp plant to make a THC product, you can do that legally. safely and healthily, and that's exactly what we've got going on.
And what's happening in Texas as far as the Texas laws? Do you feel like they're loosening?
As far as the medical marijuana, I think that we're being really pragmatic, which is effective, because if you look at other states that have just dove in and they've kind of let everyone run amok, what happens is the market gets slammed to the ground because it's a commodity and it's not sustainable. So I actually appreciate Texas' conservative approach to basically say, let's take it slow and step by step. And by limiting the amount of people that have access to production in the market, we actually preserve the margin. So now we actually have a sustainable environment that multiple businesses can thrive in as we move forward. So on the medical marijuana side, that's what's happening. It's slow steps forward. On the industrial hemp side, we've literally had nothing but support from the state, from the Department of Agriculture. They've been pro-agriculture and pro-hemp from day one. And you know, hats off to Tracy King. He was the original House of Representatives, our representative from Uvalde, who sponsored our bill and got it through and got hemp legalized in Texas and started the track that we're on now.
Yeah, and it's good for business. Talk about kind of the economic impact, or at least the potential economic impact of the whole industry.
It's a very big business that goes into the billions without question, and it's not slated to slow down growth anytime soon. On the health and wellness side, there's a lot of work to be done, because we really can make a lot of natural remedies that help a lot of people with things like diabetes and weight loss and sleep disorders and Parkinson's. But unfortunately, we can't market that because the FDA doesn't want us to say those things on our products. So there's a lot of growth to happen there. There's a lot of potential there. Meanwhile, on the recreational side, to be able to come up with a healthy alternative to alcohol and have someone consuming on a regular basis without negatively affecting their health, there's a lot of growth and potential there. As far as economics goes, it's about as far as the eye can see and as big as you can calculate.
Outstanding. Well, Aaron, I think we have to try at least a sip.
Okay? Yeah, man, let's give it a try just to see what you think.
Okay.
Salud. Here you go.
That's good.
It's good, thank you. Yeah. There's a real trick to mixing oil and water. They don't mix, and so to make them mix is something, and then beyond that, to make it taste good is a whole nother challenge.
Yeah, well, talk about how you developed the recipe. I mean, was it a lot of trial and error?
So pre-COVID, a lot of people in the industry were moving towards CBD water, and how do we get this medicine or this formulation into water? So we put 6 months in with our team of about 7 or 8 people, half of that being what I call hippie engineers, the other half being top-level PhD chemists. And in 6 months' time, we figured out how to get the oil into the water in a method that does not leave a flavor. It just tastes like water. Here came COVID, shut down our hopes of being a CBD water company. We had to wait a couple years. So now we're back, and we've been working on this particular formulation with THC for a little over 14 months. And I had to mess with things like, okay, we know how to mix oil and water, but what concentration do we need? How much is too much for the non-user? How much is not enough for the user? How about the palate? Can we make it taste like cannabis? Will people like it? We had to find all those middle grounds and balances, and I'm pretty sure that we've done that. And I am super proud of this product.
Well, you should be. And tell me who you see your consumer being. Is it the person who is already, smoking, or is it the non-smoker?
It's literally everybody, and that's the pleasure. Is that, of course, you'll get the smokers. That's a no-brainer. But how about the people that are everyday people that have jobs to get up and be there for, and kids to manage and all this? They can now engage with cannabis in a way that doesn't get them in over their head. You know, a lot of people want to try gummies and so forth, and you can get in over your head with edibles pretty quick. But with this beverage, you have an opportunity to just lean in a little bit without getting overcommitted and find what's comfortable for you.
Outstanding. All right, we're almost out of time. Final thoughts. What would you like to leave people with?
Just that really proud to be in Texas and cultivating legal cannabis in Texas. And we've been doing it from year one. We're going to keep doing it. And there's a lot of pride in being able to do this right here at home in Texas. And I'm super grateful for all the people that are allowing this to happen. And we're looking really forward to what's to come.
Outstanding. Well, thank you for making the long drive here. Safe travels home. Aaron Owens, we're going to leave you with the website, which is tejastonic.com. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.